My glasses go with your hair.
Yeah. Hi, this
Hi,
is
everybody.
Kim,
And Amy.
and we're going to read from the Urantia book. But first, we've got Light the Flame by Andrew Harvey. And this is, I think I've decided, the last reading I'm going to do out of this book.
Okay.
So, because it's December 31st. And this has been a really wonderful book. I would highly recommend this. Lots of, and very, very eclectic. So he draws from so many sources, and I so appreciate that. I've always felt there's so many ways to look at religion. It's like how could you go through life only having one flavor of ice cream? You know?
Yeah.
Couldn't do that. No. Yeah, only one. Yeah, okay. Somebody's at the door.
My babies are here.
Okay. The babies are here.
Sorry, the babies are here.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you want to come and say hi, young ones, we're online. We are live. Come if you want to be on TV. You always wanted to be on TV.
How many viewers you got? Okay. Come here.
Whoa.
This is my son, Luca. Say hi, Luca. Oh, you're so cold.
Yeah.
Come here. This is my daughter, Celine.
Yeah. It's okay. I don't have viewers, but I might have viewers someday.
And Abby, she's already famous. You've already met little
Abby's,
Miss Abigail.
yeah.
No,
Come here.
okay.
You know?
Abby's like, no.
Okay. All right.
We'll be done soon, you guys. Go ahead.
Guess what?
Let him.
He's going to a party.
She's going to
Oh,
a party. Okay.
I like that.
And she has a poopy piano.
I saw that. A poopy pinata. A rainbow poopy pinata.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it's wonderful because it's New Year's. We have to have all those poopy pinatas going on. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to go here and tell you my last writing from Andrew Harvey here. Okay. Holy Mary, star of the sea, guide me safely over the dark, tragic waters of your world in transformation. Okay, that's
beautiful.
Right on there. I see the divine feminine evoked here, Holy Mary, and the dark waters, the dark, tragic waters. So guide me over this here, and the only the journey that we take, if we want to make it, we can make it. It's gonna be pain. It's gonna take a lot out of us.
And that the world is constantly transforming. The whole world.
I think the purpose of the world is our transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the whole goal, why we are set off on this journey through the dark, tragic waters, is for the sake of our personal transformation. So we're like, the caterpillars in the cocoon, or the
blossoming.
Yeah.
Taking flight.
So this world, it's set up to break your heart. If it does that, it's doing its job. Because in the end, we only invest ourselves in the divine presence. That's all that really matters. Okay, now that sounds kind of cruel. Why would God do that to us? You have an answer for that?
I see it a little bit differently, so
Okay.
I would like to hear how
it doesn't sound cruel to me. It's a process of purification that we have to go through in order to be who we truly are and to be reunited with divinity.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I did some wrong. Last night.
We're on. Can we finish our program?
Okay.
And
We'll
then
finish
I
and then
promise.
I'd
I'm
love-
sorry,
love
sweetheart.
to hear what
I'm
you
so
have to
sorry.
say. Okay.
I'm sorry, love.
Okay. So anyway, do you have anything else about that?
No, I'm good with your. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that makes me feel very humble and whatever God's going to do to me this life, that's what's the correct thing. Okay, now coming in the new year here, I'm going to change some things about this program because, I guess this program is my little creation, and I follow a threefold spiritual path. I follow the Tao, I follow Native American spirituality, and of course I follow Urantia and Christian mysticism. Okay, so I'd like the program to reflect those things. So I'm going to start, in place of the Andrew Harvey book, I'm going to start 365 Days of Walking the Red Road. Okay, and this author is someone called Terry Jean. I was going to look up Terry Jean. Terry Jean was born in 1970, right? In Athens, Georgia. This person, Terry Jean. Okay, and yeah. Now I couldn't find that much information about her, but my impression is that she's not a Native person. Otherwise, she would have listed in the information that what tribal affiliation she is. She's described herself as a hillbilly and a butterfly chaser and a truth seeker. That's
Truth seeker. I like
yeah, yeah. So wonderful. So and that's wonderful because that's like me. I'm not a Native person by blood, but I love Native people. That's where, and Native spirituality. My path is threefold. My path of the mind, or the yang, is my Christian path. The path of my heart is the Native American path, and the path of my community is a Native American community. So, and then the Tao kind of balances those things out. That's kind of how I see it. So I'm looking forward to reading this author. I don't think you need to be there's Miss Abby.
You say hi, sweetie? No.
You say hi? That's nice. Nice to see you, dear.
That's one of your presents that Mommy forgot. I forget a present every year, and that's the one I forgot.
Okay.
Is it okay if I open it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So there's been a lot of discussion in Native circles about whether you need to be a Native person in order to appreciate Native ways and spirituality. And I guess I would come
And
down.
how much?
Well, nothing is ever going to make me a Native person. But I believe that, Terry did something good by writing this. I believe that my presence among Native people is important because that gives Native people, well, it gives me, obviously I benefit from the knowledge and they're inspirational to me because of what they've been through culturally, and how they've been genocide. I mean, and that they're survivors of genocide. These are survivors of a Holocaust that took 500 years old. So they're inspirational to me. What I bring to them, I offer them an opportunity for healing, for forgiveness. So if they want to throw rocks at me because I'm a white person, then they can do that. I'm here to bring honor to them, no matter what. If they want to forgive me, that's only going to benefit us. And it benefits them to heal and forgive too. But not forget. We can't forget.
You gotta wait for Mommy when we're done. I'll help you.
Forget the lessons of history in this. That's very important. So I'm not trying to make any excuses for anything that white people have done in the past. But I'm just me. I'm just Kim.
Mhm.
And so however people want to see me, I'm going to bring honor and acknowledgement to Native American brothers and sisters, and love you and tell you how much I've learned from you. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to read just a little bit here. I'm going to read through acknowledgments and introduction of this book. And then tomorrow we'll actually start into January 1st. Okay. So the acknowledgments. Okay. Terry Jean I would like to acknowledge the effort, energy, and education of the many people who believed in my work, my writing, and my convictions. To those family, friends, and mentors who supported me unconditionally, I appreciate your kindness, patience, and time. And to those who unselfishly chose to educate me on their native history, issues, culture, and experiences, thank you. Without you, this book would not be possible.
It's beautiful.
So again, she's bringing honor and recognition to these wonderful people and these cultures.
And how selfless they are.
Right. Well, and because they've been victimized so thoroughly that they don't understand their own worth. So it takes somebody sometimes outside for somebody here in this situation to see that their worth. Because there is a lot of dysfunction in Native communities. I don't think anybody's going to deny that. But that's something that wasn't there before we came and tried to do whatever we did and stole from them. And so okay. All right. So here's just introduction. Do you want to read through this here?
I would love to.
Okay, so just read these 2 pages
And it's
here.
Cherokee, which is what I am.
Yeah, and then we're gonna read them. Okay, and then we'll look at the Urantia book after that. Okay, go ahead.
O Great Spirit, help me always to speak the truth quietly, to listen with an open mind when others speak. Oh, this is so what I need to do. And to remember the peace that may be found in silence. Cherokee prayer. When one is walking the red road, one is living as instructed by the Creator. The person who walks the red road lives a life of truth and charity, values handed down generation to generation. Though the road is littered with obstacles, it all can be overcome once internal balance is achieved and the soul is true to itself and to others. This book is full of such values, and the inspirational speakers span hundreds of years of Native American history. Their philosophies are rich and full of feeling, articulating myriad emotions and cultural instruction. Each quote is a lesson. Each speaker is a teacher. The 365 lessons ring with the same wisdom and strength now as they did the day they were spoken. Ooh, I'm so excited to read this.
Okay. Do you want to continue? So this is a invocation of the winter, the northern journey of winter. So I noticed in the structure of this book, at the beginning here is the winter through March, and then it starts the spring. Well, there'll be an invocation of spring,
Wow.
and then so on. Okay, so
This is awesome.
this is gonna be good.
The northern journey of winter. White covers much of the earth during the winter's harsh, cold months, representing the nourishing blanket that secures all of nature while it lies sleeping. Winter also represents elders and their final walks along the red road. Our grandparents are wise, and the winter is silent. Therefore, the time of the North is a special time for storytelling. In olden times, children and adults would gather around a fire and hear the storyteller narrate legends and myths of their people. Storytellers orally teach the traditions of their people and keep alive the history of their tribe. The Chippewa call North Waboose, which is depicted as a strong, powerful buffalo withstanding the effects of winter. I really hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, Waboose. I think it's fine. We ask forgiveness, please, if we're not pronouncing things right.
Or maybe Waboose.
Waboose.
Direction, north. Season, winter. Color, white. From the beginning there were drums, beating out world rhythm, the booming, never failing tide on the beach. The 4 seasons, gliding smoothly one from the other. When the birds come, when they go, the bear hibernating for his winter sleep, unfathomable. I said that wrong.
No, you didn't.
Unfathomable.
Unfathomable.
The way, yet all in perfect time. Watch the heartbeat in your wrist, a precise pulsing beat of life's drum. With loss of timing, you are ill. Jim Lee Burton, Ho Cherny, Cherokee, 1974.
Okay.
Ho Chini,
Ho
Cherokee, 1974.
Does Ho Chini, does that mean Cherokee, or is Ho Chini his Indian name? Let's look up Jim Lee Burton quick.
Maybe his tribe.
Or a band. He might be a band. Yeah. Okay.
Writer.
Yep. Jim Lee Burton was born in he is 115 years old.
Is he still alive?
It doesn't have a death day on this. Or was, what is this here? Does it say this? Oh, it's here. It says he died in 2000.
Ho Chini, also known as Ho Chini.
Okay,
So
this
that is his
name.
native name.
Okay,
Ho Chini.
it's his native name. Okay, all right. Well, thank you. Ho Chi Minh.
Thank you.
All right. So tomorrow we'll start the readings for January on this book. Okay. And now we're going to read from the Urantia book. All right. We are on paper 31, the core, the finality. So these are the different beings that will be with us in the mortal core, the finality. So when we are mustered into heaven, we gather in this group of beings that have this divine destiny. And there are, besides the glorified mortals, there's also many other types of beings in this, but the glorified mortals are the main ones.
Yeah, we started reading about those before.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so today we're going to read about the Evangels of Light. Okay.
And I can see because I have new glasses.
New glasses. All right. The Evangels of Light. Okay. Do you want to
Sure.
read that?
At the present time, every finaliter company numbers 999 personalities of oath status, permanent members. The vacant place is occupied by the chief of attached Evangels of Light assigned on any single mission, but these beings are only transient members of the core.
Okay. So that's why it's only 999, because this Evangel of Light is assigned probably to lead that core in some way. Okay.
I know.
We're almost done, sweetheart. Okay.
Any celestial personality assigned to the service of any finaliter core is denominated an Evangel of Light. These beings do not take the finaliter oath, and though subject to the core organization, they are not of permanent attachment. This group may embrace solitary messengers, supernafim,
Okay, so this Evangel of Light is like a
Here.
title. Yeah, it could be a supernaphim. It could be a solitary messenger. It could be a seconaphim,
Paradise
okay,
citizens, or their
trinitized.
trinitized offspring, any being required in the prosecution of a transient finality or assignment.
hmm
Whether or not the core is to have these beings attached to the eternal mission, we do not know. At the conclusion of attachment, these evangels of light resume their former status.
Okay, so and this core of finality are they're giving small jobs to do right now. They're doing like jobs, right? These but these the beings that wrote this are speculating that the training of this group of individuals far exceeds the necessary requirements for these small jobs, that there must be some
Okay.
brilliant, magnificent destiny, some reason for investing such training into these beings. So the idea, I think, is that we're waiting until more beings are mustered into these core and this core of the finality, and then they're going to have some wonderful unknown mysterious task for us. Okay, shall I go? I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll wrap it. Okay. As the mortal core of the finality is at present constituted, there are just 6 classes of permanent members. The finaliters, as might be expected, engage in much speculation as to the identity of their future comrades, but there is little agreement among them because normally everything is in sevens. Okay, so now because here there's only 6
Yeah.
different kinds.
Okay.
So what the heck? Everybody's going like, what the heck? Where's the 7th one?
Mhm.
Okay, there's got to be 7 things. So this is coming. So there's going to be a 7th type
Okay.
of something
That makes
coming
sense.
with them. So we view versa often conjecture. Yeah, we're almost done, honey. We view versa often conjecture respecting the identity of the 7th group of finaliters. We entertain many ideas, embracing possible assignment of some of the accumulating core of the numerous trinitized groups on Paradise, Vice-Gerrington, and the Inner Havona Circuit. It is even conjectured that the core of the finality may be permitted to trinitize many of their assistants in the work of universe administration in the event that they are destined to the service of universes now in the making.
Wow. Okay, so they are going to have a huge job.
They have a huge job. So we don't know this empty, this 7th place here. It might be for trinitized. The members of the core might be able to trinitize many of their assistants. So that means that you didn't think you could have babies in heaven, right?
Mhm.
Well, you can kind of
Wow.
do that. Only one. It's saying per mortal, but it takes 2 and then a trinitization. There's more earlier in this about trinitization,
Okay.
and it's bringing something new into the world through. Yeah. So it's kind of really interesting and bizarre that process. Fascinating though. So that maybe that's where this 7th type of being will come from. Okay, one of us holds the opinion that this vacant place in the core will be filled by some type of being of origin in the new universe of their future service. The other inclines to the belief that this place will be occupied by some type of paradise personality not yet created, eventuated, or trinitized.
That's super cool.
And they don't know. They don't know. I love these angels who wrote this because they don't know things.
See, 7th stage.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But
I read
we will-
ahead. I was all excited.
But we will most likely await the entrance of the finaliters upon their 7th stage of spirit attainment before we really know.
That is cool. Something to really look forward to.
Right. Yeah. So there's mysteries and there's adventures and there's things, like not everything is
No.
there's a plan, but whatever
Surprises.
surprise, whatever whatever you just know it's going to be good, right?
Mhm.
It's going to be awesome.
I like that.
Yeah. Is that okay? Well, that's all for now. Okay. You kind of want to read more, don't
I
you?
know.
You kind of do.
I do. I'll be excited tomorrow. I want to read and get caught up. That's what I want to
Well,
do.
tomorrow I have to work, so probably,
Okay.
I have another, I gave away your Urantia book, but I've got more. I've got a batch more if you really want to look at stuff. But I know Amy and I got off to a slow start on this.
But that's
stuff.
okay.
Yeah, it's totally okay. And I think my Amy was preoccupied with a lot of
A
stuff.
lot of stuff.
And
Different
plus, we
things.
started on the forward, which I kind of usually assist on starting people on the forward, which is kind of a drag for most
And I've
people.
learned a lot more in my journey since
Yeah.
in the last year.
But believe me, folks, if you start out reading the forward, just persevere a little bit and just don't get discouraged with it. You don't have to understand it. It's an exercise in humility to get through
And patience.
the forward, patience to get through it. It's probably the most inspirational singular book that I've ever encountered. It just amazes me every time I pick it up, and it gives me all kinds of wonderful things to look forward to in the next world, and my existence is meaningful and wonderful and full of all kinds of new encounters and friendships that I haven't had yet. And
I think the thing too is that we need to keep in mind is that, you think you learn the lesson and then, you go back around and you can always learn something new. And as you grow and mature, you're at different places in your life. So what we're reading now can kind of correlate to what I was learning before. So I can go back now and look at that and put ties to what I've learned now. I can be like, okay, I get that now. That makes sense. Whereas before I was at a different place of learning and development. So it was like,
right.
And my only, you guys are going to laugh, my only source of relation to this was the supernaturals.
The supernatural, right.
So,
Right,
like
Jared
everything-
Padalecki and
Jensen.
Dean and
Sam Winchester.
Sam Winchester.
So that was how I related everything was to that. And then like other shows like the originals and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm kind of a nerd.
Well,
A
no,
geek.
that's awesome though. But
Um,
that's how much that's growth. That's huge potential. What I've said about this book is the way it starts. When you start looking at the beginning, it seems like God is so far away, and it's like this
He's not,
dim
though.
light in there. It's like you can hardly see. It's like I'd be reading it and I'd be like, I'm pretty sure this means something really important. I have no idea what it means, but I'm pretty sure it means something. Right. And then gradually that light comes closer to us, and it comes to, and things start, gelling a little bit. And it's like, okay. And then when we read about Jesus at the last third of the book, it's God is right here with us and has never left our side.
And that's what I've learned. I think of it like a labyrinth. God is center and God is there. It's us who walk away from the path, but God remains. But that's where free will comes in, where we get to walk off and journey on our own path. Yet, when you look at a labyrinth, there are times in our life where we come closer, and yet we wean away. But God is constant. God is always there, and we can always come back.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how we come back, and always knowing that we are worthy of God, regardless of what our circumstances are, what we've been through. Grief and strife and difficulties are a part of the process, and that's how we learn and we grow and mature as people. And God will always be there, and God loves us and wants us to come back to God regardless. Nobody is ever walking this journey alone.
No,
Ever.
never. Even though it feels like that, sometimes you need
Mhm.
to have a little bit of separation, but that's for you. That's for you, just to clear things up and make decisions and clear away some of what you don't need. But
And God is always right there,
Yeah.
just a call away.
you know, the wonderful thing for me about the labyrinth, when I experienced through labyrinth, is that I'm walking this way, and some people are walking, over there. Some people are walking the opposite direction that I am, but I have no idea of knowing who is closer to the center than I am, because they might be ahead of me on the journey, even though they're walking the other way.
Yeah.
How would I know? Unless I know that person well and have shared their experiences. So, that's what's meaningful to me. And the destination is the same for everybody.
Yeah, we all get there. It's
We all
just,
get there.
I'm the type of person where you tell me to go right, I'm going to go left. You tell me to take the smooth path, I'm going to take the bumpy path. I'm still going to get there. I'm just going to get there in my own way, in my own time. And not all of us know how to push an easy staples button. I'm of the generation that if it's not difficult and painful, it's not earned. And then I'm always looking over my shoulder, wondering if someone's going to take it away. So that's where I need to grow in my faith, is knowing that it doesn't always have to be painful. But regardless, we're still going to get to that same point. God has a plan for everyone. It's nice though when Amy has a plan for Amy, and then Amy's timing. But God's plan and God's timing is always better. Sometimes we just have to learn to get out of our own way, of our own path. So God, because we're praying to God, we're asking God for all this stuff, and then, but God, seriously, no, this way, this time. I want it now.
That's trust.
Mhm.
That's just trusting in divine timing, and and being led, and it's okay.
I think my favorite prayer is, God, grant me patience and grant it to me right now, especially as a parent. But I just want to wish everybody a very safe and happy and blessed New Year, and many blessings and so much love to you on this journey that we are taking together.
2022, baby. All right, it's going to be great. Love you. Okay, bye.
I hear a lot of mom.
Yeah, okay.